Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy during this corona pandemic going on. Welcome back to my channel. I am Kiana, and this is Diaries of a Twin Flame Spiritual Awakening. And I had left off at episode 4, part 3. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. So, or part 4. I don't know. So, this is going to be episode 5, but this is why I'm just doing a binge recording, trying to get them all recorded so I can get them all out at the same time. So if I miss anything like I have, you won't feel like you're like, well, where's the rest of the story or what happened? Because I know I can go on a tangent and start uh, talking about other things and getting into other deeper meanings of what I'm discussing. So, thank you again for returning, and much love and light to you all. All right, well, before I jump back into the story of his pop in on March 9th, I wanted to, I got reminded of a couple of events that were pretty deep in our connection and that shifted our connection as well and the journey towards union. So going back to around May of excuse me, around May of 2018, he had came in, and this is after the tower, remember, that was in March. And I was like trying to keep him contained sexually, trying to maintain my self-worth and self-value as well. So I had him debunked to the car. Look, no, you can't come in. No, you can't come in my bedroom. No, no. We can talk in the car. I have no problem with that. We can definitely do that. But on one of those evenings, let me see, excuse me a second. Now be all organized before I get on, and then I just get here and just, anyways. So the first event is was actually in March, actually April. His side baby, fourth baby, came out, right? And that's when it really took a turn for the absolute worst with his karmic. See, they only have 2 children together. He has had 2 children on the outside of the relationship. One is 11. She's like in between his oldest with her and his youngest with her. So, but she's integrated into the family quite well. He told me she comes over every weekend, and that's why I always love about my masculine. I said it before, he's very dedicated to his children. And even when this fourth one came out, one of his random indiscretions, because as he didn't go about the right way, but seeking fulfillment on the outside of his relationship, um, ran across the best friend of this girl, and she was like, you need to call my friend. And he called her, and she told him, and he was like, wow, and stepped up to the plate ever since. So he started picking him up every weekend, sometimes after school, even despite the sting he was feeling. That's one thing I love about my masculine. That's one thing he would not allow that girl to scare him out of, is being a father to any of children that he spawns out here with his seed. Well, you're just, you have to deal with that, and you're going to stay with me. You're going to You're going to accept all my children, but he has an even bigger lesson, to learn behind that. But anyways, my love, um, that's one thing that came out. And then two, he had came over one of those days, and we was sitting in the car, chilling, listening to music. He actually had Boomerang playing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, you're just being the most, no, you can't come in. And no, so we can try to heal this the right way, or we're not going to do it at all. He wasn't thoroughly really trying to heal, of course not. At that time, he was just trying to push his true intentions and his agenda of getting what he really wanted. And that's okay, because I kind of was recognizing this at this point, and that's why I created healthy boundaries. And so he was on me, right? Just touching all on me, and I'm just like, you know what? Back up. I'm about to go in the house. You're not gonna pressure me, okay? I'm not a teenager. This passion is, but I have to learn how to control my lower nature. This is important to my growth, right? He looked me dead in my eyes, right? And they got so big, and then they started glowing gold. Freaked me the fuck out. Then I had got this, simultaneously got this feeling tingling up my spine, right? I jumped out the car and ran into the fucking house. I said, oh, hell no, I can't. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but that was intense. That Kundalini shit is intense. And why was his eyes glowing gold? Oh my gosh. There was no light behind it. It was no light. We in the dark. We sit in a dark ass car. Beautiful. And then another event was when we in February. This is 2018. It was 2019. I feel like I skipped all of 2019. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure y'all let me know. I'm just so. It's just super unnerving to divulge your innermost demons, things you struggle with, of course, wounding, childhood woundings, relationship woundings. It's just, and I am doing my best. Thank you. So, February of 2019, he had texted me and asked me if I can pick him up from drug rehab classes, right? And I was like, sure. At this time, I hadn't texted him since February. That text I sent him that probably freaked him out on Valentine's Day when I was like, I love you with all my heart, soul, mind, body, spirit, right? And I still have those texts. I still have the ones since 2019. That's when I had a better grasp of my emotions. So leaving his text in my phone was cool. It didn't move me in an emotionally negative way. So I was good. But anywho, so February, actually this is February, yeah, that's right. This is around, that was the 4th. That was the 4th, sorry, my bad. I'm getting it together. I have to come on here with little sips of wine too, so I get to speak organic and natural and try to just shake the nerves a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. So I pick him up, right? I was like, I'm in the parking lot on one of the labs, and it was probably around, I think, yeah, I had to pick him up about 8, and of course I was there about 7:45. Wait in the parking lot, like, oh my gosh, let's see what I love today. This is gonna be incredible, and I hadn't seen him since. Actually, that would have been December 1st, right? Yeah. Yeah. When he rushed in and just gave me a big hug, and we just had a short conversation, and he left. Oh, and that time, there's been several times when he's been able to get in my house, or he's like, oh, because he watched me. I forgot. Yeah, I'm just now figuring out how much he really watched me. 2 times he showed up while I was bringing in groceries, so he can just catch me off guard and I wouldn't have to decide to open the door or not. And the other time is when my son was about to come in from school, and I unlocked the door for my son. And anyways, I just crazy thinking back at how much they watch you. Like, are you wow? Anyways, 37 again. That's been a number that's been following me ever since I started my mission work. So that's been incredible. And they led me to a reading. I believe her name is Evolutionary Conscious. I'm gonna have to look into that, but she's fabulous. I love her. She has this ancient number book, and the first number she read was 37. I said, wow, thank you, because that was a super, even deeper meaning, 1212, thank you, that I could have ever thought. Just thank you. But I thought it was just my age, because I'm 37, so I'm like, okay, just my age is following me around, or maybe something significant will happen this year. So, so I was thinking. But anyways, back to my story. He comes out, right? And I get out the car, and I don't know, I was like, just like, we're like kids together. It's just so pure, just so innocent, and just love without any expectations, equivocations, titles. It's just all natural, just organic. And so I get out the truck and I run to him and I just jump in, and so he lifts me up and throws me. And we do like a movie moment. I love it. He's so strong. Look, oh my gosh, my face is hurting again thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's what this connection does. How am I going to be able to live with my face hurting like this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me calm down. But so after our little magic moment. Oh, that's right. Ooh, this might have been 2018. He asked me to take him to court up in the town a couple of hours away, right? I said, cool, I would love to go, spend more time with him, of course. We ended up meeting up with a couple of his friends, and we were standing there just staring at each other. He was standing across the room, and I was sitting down on the other end, and we just stared at each other. His friend just bust out and said, "These magic moments." When I first laid eyes on you, oh, it was hilarious. People pick it up. And we get lost in each other really, really easily. All right, back to the story. February 4th, 2019. I remember banning him to the car. I'm not trying to be in a bedroom or anything with you if I can help it, right? So we're sitting in the car and chilling, vibing, listening to some music. And I was kind of, it's hard to strike. This is a truck, right? So I'm kind of facing him in the passenger seat, right? So I was, looking at him because I want to look at and talk to him. I don't want to, look at the windshield, look forward, talk to him. I was, look at him. And then every time, I promise you, every time I look back to the camera, every time I look back to the time on the truck, it was always a synchronicity. It was the most magical thing I ever saw in my life. My love was floored by it. But all these things, he gets synchronicities. One time he sent me a text, March 11 at 1:11. And that's all he said. He's like, oh, I said, ooh, you must be seeing more synchronicities, my love. And then you say shit else. You know what I mean? Like, he knows this is something special, but he is so scared. And I understand that. Once you've been hurt the way he has, and all my love is wanted is to keep his family together. Damn, I didn't get the tissue. All my love is wanted to do was keep his family together. And he was willing to sacrifice his soul to do that. But the Father has something so much better for him. But he has to understand that he's worthy of that love. And nothing will take me away from him. This love is like, oh man, damn it. This love is like no other. I'm not going anywhere, but he has to build that self-confidence up, and that's why it's so important for you to recognize signs when you're with someone that doesn't have your best intentions at heart. When they don't treat you with love. Remember, love is an action word. Oh